need some competition out here. Come on.
They have to do that. Our people don't.
Interested in promoting your brand, business, or talent on Hip Hop News Uncensored? Hit me up right now at advertise@hiphopun.com. That's advertise@hiphopun.com. Hit me ASAP. Very affordable rates. Now to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, man, let's jump into the content. A lot of people have been waiting. That's driving the trucks. That's at work. No matter what they're doing, they've been waiting for this content. So let's jump right into it. So the Game, as we know, did an interview on Drink Champs. I don't know if it's completely out yet, but they started putting out snippets. And one of the snippets that was put out, the Game pretty much came out and says that Kanye West did more for him in his career in 2 weeks than Dr. Dre did his whole entire life, or at least his whole entire time when he was with that whole situation over there. Now, obviously, there's going to be more to the story, but when somebody makes a bold statement like that, I mean, what do you follow up with? So, but anyway,
Man.
that's a powerful, powerful statement. When you heard it, I played it for you. What was the first thing that came to mind for you, Sam, when you heard that?
This industry is shady. Industry shady. It need to be taken over, and the Game is obviously exposing another side of that. Now, we didn't get the full context. Like you said, it was broken up in a snippet, obviously, for promotional purposes, for people to run over there and watch the show, and they're going to. And we don't know the full spectrum of their relationship. But when you look at the industry and you look at when he was involved with Shady Aftermath, coming into the Game, doing a documentary, joining G Unit, his claim to fame and the height of his career. And then you think about a lot of artists during that time come back later on and say they really weren't getting money because of their contract situations and no one really makes money from music. And then you look at a 2022 where Kanye is preaching independence and trying to get money for artists, and it doesn't surprise me that in 2 weeks of gaining knowledge and wisdom and understanding of probably what Kanye shared with him, maybe some doors that may have been open to some financial situations, that he could feel like in 2 weeks he's gained more than a situation that frustrated him for probably about a decade or so. You know what I mean?
My thing will be, though, Sam, man, it's like, is he ungrateful, though? Because sometimes it should just be enough for somebody to give you the opportunity. Like, to get you, and I'm not sure if Dre was the actual person. I mean, I know it was a situation that Dre, obviously set up. Somebody put you in a door. Like, say if you're on the street and they put you on a major. Like, is it up to them to go farther with it, or is it up to you? Unless Dre was blocking opportunities for him and things like that, maybe not giving him the funding that he needed. But like, what I would have to ask him, like, what did you want Dre to do? So you think that it could be a little bit of ungratefulness coming there?
Yeah, but let's break this down though, because there's truth, and then there's this industry, and he's selling a fight. That brother's selling something right now, and he knows it. Like we said, he ain't done an interview on the wild. This joint's about to go crazy, and he knows coming off of the Super Bowl, a lot of the people asking where Game was. People talking for him, a lot of things going on. He knows how to sell. He's a great marketer. He knows how to sell. Great actor. He knows how to act. So when you talk about truth, it could come off a little ungrateful. Maybe when we see it and deliver it in a full context, it comes off more ungrateful. Yeah. But selling a fight, I don't think he cares. It's this industry, man.
Yeah. It's just, what could have Kanye, in your opinion, done for him in 2 weeks? Put him on an album?
Nope.
What do you think?
I mean, the song was dope.
Yeah.
I don't think it did too much numbers wise.
Right. So what could Kanye have done? Like, I just give him that push, maybe?
Information. We Kanye's probably spitting jewels to him. Like I say, opening doors. I doubt if he put any money in his pocket.
Right.
He ain't making no money doing music. We know that's a farce. You know what I'm saying? So other avenues that Kanye's in, maybe he's opening doors for him. And like I said, when you look at a situation where he probably was felt underappreciated, culminate that with the Super Bowl and people all in his face, culminate that with his managers running his mouth for him and him not being able to talk. And I've been critical of Game in the past, but I'm more so on his side in the situation, even though I really, really rock and respect Dre, just because I understand this industry. But chalk it up to the Game, dog. It is what it is.
Do you think he should have been at the halftime show? Whose fault do you think it is because he wasn't there?
I don't care that he wasn't at the halftime show. Right. Should he have been for West Coast? I think that the whole West Coast...
I don't think he's big enough for that.
pop record. What records would he have done? He has some dope ass records. Hate It or Love It with 50. He gonna go in there with 50 and do that? That would have been dope.
Yeah.
Would he been willing to do that? That's something like that. I could see him sliding into doing that. And if he was open to do that, I could see why he would feel a little slighted in doing that. But the second they brought in Mary, the second they brought in Eminem, it lost kind of that West Coast appeal. It came more towards like Dre's joint. Even though
it had
Mary
to be a 50
Dre,
joint. And was that going to happen? Probably not.
that would have been dope.
It would have.
He had to been open to it. So would 50. I don't know.
Right.
How would you think of 50 hanging off that joint at 40-something years old in halftime show?
It looked crazy. It looked crazy. I mean, I ain't gonna. I'm fat myself, but the dude, he definitely looked. How we been seeing 50, on Instagram, he definitely was a little bit out of shape. But I ain't nothing. At the end of the day, whatever. That's what people to talk about. Performance was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think we can all marvel at where he came from, where he started at, and where he came. I can remember back when I was in high school. And people talking about this guy 50 Cent. And I hated 50 Cent back then. I was like, man, fuck 50, because I was a Jay-Z guy and I heard he dissed Jay-Z.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, I'm in my mind, I'm like, man, this dude he ain't nothing but like a little mixtape rapper. I would have never told you or guessed it that he would be where he is today. So shout out to 50, but I'm just, my first meeting with him, as far as hearing about him, I just didn't like the dude.
I was a heavy fan of 50.
Okay.
And heavy fan of G Unit. I fucked with Buck. I fucked with Lloyd Banks. I liked Game when he was in it. I was a heavy fan. And I didn't even like when they were beefing. And I would have loved to see them two come together. But then they went their separate ways. And I'm not going to sit back and compare the two's careers. But I'm also a little bit disappointed in where Game has ended up with his rap career, because I was a real huge fan of him when he first came out the gates.
Oh, yeah.
And you couldn't tell me shit wrong about Game. And I still respect him as a rapper. But maybe throughout his trials and tribulations with this, something went south.
He just didn't make the hits.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a rapper, freestyle, battle, all that stuff. You know what I mean? He makes great diss songs and stuff like that, and great music, but he just didn't have the hits as a 50 Cent. Like that's why I think he fell off at. And I don't always think that measures the a rapper is by the hits. You know what I mean? Because if you look over the way he can spit, not necessarily his hits, but like he's up there at the top, definitely in the West Coast, and definitely he could be mentioned in some categories for not the top, the best of all time, but definitely in categories like authentic rappers that can get on track with anybody and burn that shit down. I mean, anybody.
Yeah, the Game Dreams, produced by Kanye West back in, I think it was 01 or something else.
Oh, yeah.
The hardest fucking records I ever heard. I would love to hear that at the halftime, but that's way too hard for halftime. But
Right.
the brother was telling stories. He had it, man. He definitely did. And I think that he has an incredible story now. And if he sticks to this lane, there's definitely more lanes for him out there when we see rappers doing so many different things and falling into different avenues, comedy, fucking basketball kind of shit. But salute to the game, man.
I can't wait to hear what he said about 50. And then I can't wait to hear what he says about the Meek Mill, the whole thing that happened back with him.
You think he's gonna talk about that?
I think they'll ask him, but if he talks about it, I don't know. But you got to put it all on the table.
If he's asked, he'll talk about it.
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna run away from it. But we'll see if they ask him. It'd be dope.
definitely. Did you see this thing about Joe Budden and Meg Thee Stallion? When he pretty much came out and said that she's not like a star or something like that because she's not selling records. What do you think about that?
First, I respect Joe's opinion. You know what I mean? He has a right to his opinion. It could be right, it could be wrong. Well, let me start by saying I agree with him. Now,
But it don't matter. But go ahead.
Exactly, it don't matter. She has star appeal. She has star talent. Is she selling out arenas day by day by day? Does she have Beyonce star power? Does she have a little Kim star power, a Nicki Minaj star power, a Cardi B star power?
Right.
I wouldn't say yet. Not yet.
Right.
She's got star appeal, but I would have to agree in that situation. And then it's a lot going on behind the scenes that kind of I want to say disqualifies you from a time being to being that star status, because stars don't let certain shit come out the way you letting shit come out right now.
Right. And then he was pretty much saying that, she's not a superstar. He said that really comes down to album sales, which, I mean, not nowadays. It maybe did 15, 20 years ago, but now, she's up there. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think?
I think that, it don't matter in this day and age because you can have a few, singles that's popping and you're on top of the world. As long as you're putting out singles that are popping, you're going to stay relevant. As long as you're getting these different endorsement deals and things like that. And, every time you fart, shit, sneeze, people are talking about you, you're popping. Attention is new currency. That's the way the industry goes. Now, do I think she's a superstar? No. Could she be a superstar one day? Possibly, yeah. But I don't think it comes down, in my opinion, to album sales at the end of the day, because who's really selling nowadays?
These young people.
Right, that's it.
NBA young bull, and would you consider him, like, what's the definition of a star, too? You know
Superstar,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
A superstar, because like a Beyonce, you rarely ever hear from her, but when she drops, it's absolutely insane. But then you got people on the camera all day long, every day that they talk about in the blogs all day, every day. Are they stars? Does it come down to finances?
Yeah.
Does that determine you a star? Like who really? That's all in the eyes of the beholder. So
right.
You know what I mean? But that being said, that statement by Joe Budden, and now we're hitting blogs, and now us talking about it. It affects Meg Thee Stallion, whether she wants to say it or not, because they react off of it. So talk about that, how the opinion, it holds so much when it shouldn't in the eyes of these celebrities and artists and things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
For sure, man. But definitely keep you guys updated, man, in the coming weeks. I'm going to jump over to the Jay Prince thing, then we can finish off.
Yeah.
You know, with Alpo Martinez's alleged killer